Hey everyone, this is Ken
And Chris.
and Chris. We're here to go over our latest 2-5 game, which is something new for CCG. We normally just have the 1-3 cash games going, but of late we've been doing a 2-5 and trying to stream it to give you guys a little bit more action from the cash games. Chris, how did this game go? You play a little bit. You're in the Cubs hat, right?
Yeah, I'm there for a good 15 minutes and
Yeah.
then step out.
Step out and then get back into the production mode.
That's right.
Sometimes you got to be a producer. I mean, does the guy from Live at the Bike ever play in his own game?
He does.
He does. Is he any good or no?
I think he doesn't play as much anymore now.
Do you think watching people play would make you a better player in general or no?
I think if you watch it.
See, players out there watching us right now, you should be watching and seeing what happens to hopefully improve on your own play and then watch other players make mistakes for you.
Yeah, so we start 8-handed here in this 2-5 game.
Nice. 2-5 buy-in is what, like 200 to
1,000.
Nice.
Or if the table's up for it, I think in this game, Tom here in the 4 seat bought in for 2.5 and table had no issues with it, so he bought in for that. No.
Nice. Did he play like a wild man or no?
You'll see as
I
we
guess
get
we'll
through.
find out,
Everyone
yeah.
kind of, I think, was licking their chops. The fact they had 3 stacks of green there, so
Nice.
we'll see how it goes.
Opening hand. Brian's got ace-3. He didn't want to be called Brian. He wanted to be Beverly. Yeah, because he's from Beverly. He is special. Little lag here on my production style because this is me running the table at the moment. Ace-3 clubs. Brian opens to what, 15?
15.
A lot of folds.
Jay looks. It's Jay right here.
Yep.
Calls.
Jay calls with a small suited connector. Ryan, oh yeah, I was going to say Ryan's got a fold, right?
And I believe Jay's kind of a PLO player, so he's getting in the mix.
Yeah. I like 3-5 suited. I mean, it's fun. And Michael, King 6, just figures first hand he's going to splash around and see what happens.
Beverly here with top pair. Leads out, continues.
Jay's got the nice little flush draw going.
And backdoor straight draw.
And yet Michael's still in.
With the 6.
And binks a 6 on the turn. See, folks, this is why you play King 6. Because occasionally you turn
Yeah,
trips.
theoretically there was 30 in the pot. He already had 35 in the pot, 5 invested. Why not throw another $10 in there?
Nice, and he fades Brian. I guess Brian wasn't really getting much of anything there. Really just fades Jay's flush draw.
Yeah, and they really check it down.
He didn't bet it out?
No,
Oh. First hand jitters, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little nervous to see what's going to start.
testing it out.
See what everybody goes.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Brian's got a weak ace there, so I don't know that he's getting much value from like a hand that's worse than his.
You only get called by a better hand, right?
Yeah, so what's
Or
checks
with
out.
somebody with a 6.
Yeah, now if they were heads up, I wonder if Brian takes another stab on the river,
Yeah, with 3 players in the hand, it's hard to...
especially when the middle pair pairs on the turn. Or is it-
no, it was middle pair. I think it was... Right? Whatever.
On to the next hand.
On to the next hand.
Yeah, so this game got off at King's Hall. I think it was 7 o'clock. I think it ran for 6 hours.
The whole time, right? Ran until
night.
the end of the night, which
Yeah.
was great. A lot of new players, a lot of people wanted to get in on the stream.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fun.
I think it's a perfect mix for when there's a couple 1-3 games. People want to play a little higher, deeper, a little bit more action. So
Heads up to the flop.
worked out.
Jay and Michael again. They seem to be the 2 popular ones to start here.
And Michael gets in the mix.
And Michael outflops him again. Middle pair this time. We know it's middle pair. Ace, deuce, 3. It's hard to call a 3 middle pair.
And he leads out with the middle pair too. After Jay had opened, he just
I mean, the kid's
rips
just,
it.
yeah, I love it. He's aggressive.
Very aggressive. Now, if you guys have watched our videos before, I'm not the feature table of the massacre. Here, Michael made the final table and actually.
Oh, he
took
did?
He took third.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is the second time he's been on.
You
stream.
can catch all those on Facebook, so if you want to go back and look and check out Michael's play, apparently he's got some chops. I didn't know that.
He gets in there.
Nice. I also want to go on record that they played 2 hands and he's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
Count that.
Nope, not
Three
playing
deuce,
those.
like,
Yeah, I
under
don't
the
want to play
gun,
those. Those are no good. 5-6 Jay again with the suited connector. He didn't play that one.
Maybe in a different game.
Michael, Queen 10 hearts. I love Queen 10 hearts.
Open it up to 20.
Nice, especially when it gets folded to you. He's on the button. Small blind fold. Brian's a pretty tight player in general, right?
Yeah, and he's 2 for 2.
I don't want to say nitty, but
Yeah, and he also short bought. If you guys notice, he only bought in for 300.
oh, okay. Yeah, you really can't splash around when you only got 300.
Now, both Michael and Brian came from a 1-3 game that they've been playing. So
Bet 40.
Flop stop pair.
Yeah, leads out, and Paul folds, right?
Yeah.
Paul's a new player. I've never seen him play before. A lot of these other guys, pretty regular players. I mean,
yeah, I think I've seen Jay in a couple of the main event, the bigger.
Yeah, he plays a lot of the bigger stuff, and he's a PLO guy. So the PLO guys you never know what they're gonna do.
And I think the PLO game at this point was full. So
Tom's actually a PLO player as well.
Yes, he was.
So I mean, you get that PLO mentality, and a lot of stuff can go right, and a lot of stuff can go wrong.
And Tom under the gun, opening the 15.
Queen Jack, 2.5K stack.
And Jay wakes up with.
He's gonna get in trouble because he didn't register his cards. There he goes.
Does 3-bet.
3 bets with queens.
And Michael back in the mix.
Of course, Michael's in the mix.
Just cold calling the 3-bet.
Let's see what he's got. Ryan 10-3 no go. Ace-7 of hearts. I don't know.
That's a little.
It's loose.
Splashy.
It's loose.
$40. He's really feeling that.
Brian's out, but that was also all the queens are gone, so Jay's definitely not going to flop a set here.
Well, you know what? He can't go 4 for 4 if he's not in the fourth hand.
You cannot win them all if you don't win the first, or the second, or the third, and then you got to play the fourth.
And right out the chute.
Right out of the gate, just banks an ace against queens and queen jack. Poor Jay had no queens left in the deck. He's at 1%, which means he's going to have to turn a draw.
And Jay's got to be like, what do I have to do in this Hold'em game to win a hand?
Yeah, and they both check to him. He bets his ace, and what do you bet, 75?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good bet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what was in the pot at that point?
140.
About a half size bet, a little more, right? I like it. So that's 4 for 4, folks. Michael is now 4 for 4. What's your longest streak of winning hands in a row?
I'm a net, so.
So nothing. I always claim that mine's 13, but that was like 20 years ago in a home game in some guy's basement, so I don't really know if that counts. I mean, certainly not with the type of players like this, and certainly not this type of money.
You ever played in a tournament where you win the hand, you win the button?
I love winning the hand, win the button. Nothing better than getting shipped a pot and the button at the same time.
So Michael's back in there with a little connector.
Again, you can't win every hand unless you play them all.
Little gapper.
Little jack 8.
Limps.
And the nice thing is, he's really not that bad off. Maybe he's a little worse off than we thought. 3, 6, 7 flop.
I'm gonna check still.
Is he gonna lose his first hand? Chris is in there. King 4.
I'm in the blind.
Flush draw. You gonna call this flush draw, Chris? Looks like you did. Looks like you did.
Check call.
So what do we got now? Paul's got a gut shot. Tom's 6 is good.
Tom 6.
Oh, Michael bet it.
50.
Michael bet it. You can get Tom to fold. He's weak. We smell a weak 6. And Tom's going to think about it.
Too many
chips to just give it away. I give him a valiant effort for trying to win 6 in a row.
And Tom's sitting here watching him scoop every pie. He's like, he
can't have it every time. Although, basically, that's the first time he didn't have it.
True.
Right?
Very true. And he was all around that board.
All right, sweet. So, wow. Brian really is the bottom of the barrel there. $286. Paul's pretty towards the end. Everybody's pretty close in chips, minus Tom, who just went over crazy by.
Yeah.
And you've got about, what, like 5 or 6?
I bought in for $750, something like that.
What is your thought process when you're buying into like a, you know what I mean? Like if the game's 2 to 1,000, like.
It's interesting, right? I think it depends on how comfortable you feel in the game, what players you see are in the game, and kind of obviously what your goals are.
Do you buy more chips at a table if there's like more money on the table, meaning you want to get at it more, or do you like 100 bomb where you buy $100 and try to just get it all in on one hand?
I think there's just a different philosophy, and I think when Brandon gets here, I think it's a good topic for us to go over, but.
Oh, by the way, folks, Brandon is at least an hour late for his commentary date. So, actually, CCG is now looking for new commentators. So maybe every week we'll do some guest commentators. If you guys think you're up to the challenge, definitely come and see us. But while we're goofing off, it looks like we got
Ryan open.
Yeah,
under the gun. Ace deuce.
Suited, right?
3 callers. Jack high flop.
Jack high flop.
Checks to him. He leads out or continues.
Yeah, he was the original better, right?
Yeah. 35. Now, I can tell you, me sitting here with top.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of weird. Watch critiquing your own play. Middle pair.
I had backdoor hearts.
Yeah, I like
You
it.
can just
See a turn.
Yeah.
10 doesn't really give you any more options.
Wasn't a great turn. Wasn't a heart. He checks, so there.
And you don't know you're this far ahead, which is crazy.
checking back.
So I'm kind of curious to see, now does Ryan bet it out?
No,
he checks it. And you got to check behind him,
too much
right?
value there. There's 30 in the pot. I don't want to value cut myself.
It's kind of nice that it turns out that let's get this straight. The call on the flop ends up getting you a turn and a river,
Right,
which
because
is
I'm in
sweet.
position. Yeah, that was
Now, if he fires on the river there, how much can he bet where you're still got enough value to call?
I think I'm still calling there because he could have like an ace queen, a king queen there, where he checked back the turn because
because he was the original better too, right? So you could put him on an ace king, ace queen, ace jack, maybe, but
I don't think he checks the turn with an ace jack.
good point. Yeah.
And
any kind of draws kind of get there. So I mean, at one point he's got to bet one of them.
I mean, he does represent a big hand or a strong hand raising under the gun. So
here's Paul again in the hijack, ace king. Do people still say big slick? Is that like a thing people say?
I think if you find the right person.
Really? And they're old?
Yeah.
Right? And they played with their grandparents like at a kitchen table?
Right.
Yeah.
Ryan
in one of those poker chip racks that are like circular.
Look at Michael here under the gun with 10-6 suit.
And just gets it in there. It's right, and he flops a flush draw.
Against ace queen and ace king.
Oh, God. I love this kid. What hand are we on? 7 or 8? He's still 5 for 7, maybe?
Playing 90% of hands.
Yeah, I love it.
And he limped under the gun with 10-6.
Yeah. So it looks like Paul followed up with a $40 bet. But I mean, when you got ace king and you flop an ace, I mean, you bet it out, right?
Michael's just sitting here in a profitable spot, or at least getting the right.
I mean, he's last to call in the action after Paul bets, right? So I mean, he gets to see everything that Ryan does. Certainly getting the odds to call. Yeah. I mean, a lot of bets here.
100 into 182, so about 2/3 pot. Almost.
Nice, and he's got two. I mean,
so now Michael's getting what? He's getting
way more than that.
Yeah, he's getting almost 4 to 1 on his
right.
flush draw with a pair. And big.
And hits it.
Now
you still can't bet it out, right? I mean, it's basically a check call moment. Oh wow, and then Paul goes all in. I kind of like Paul's all in move, but you got to be a little nervous about. You can come in, Brandon. Everybody, Brandon's an hour late. Nope, an hour and 8 minutes late. Brandon, do you have anything to say for yourself since you're late?
What's up?
Hey, everybody, Brandon's here. Let's see if we can keep everybody on. Interesting, Brandon walks in middle of the hand here.
No, I don't think... No, Ryan's sitting here thinking about ace
I don't
queen.
like this at all.
Fold here with someone behind.
There's a player behind. The original better bet the whole way. You've got ace queen. This is partly what kind of kills me in tournaments, is that people are upset about the time, and then it's like, I don't know. He has every right to take as much time as possible, but I just don't think there is any instance that he's calling. You can't bluff because the guy's already all in. Yeah. Like, what are you waiting for?
And
like
Paul's going for 3 streets of value. What does ace queen beat there for 3 streets?
Nothing. Make a move earlier if you're going to make a move. At that point, you are out of moves. Brandon, don't come in and start moving the monitor and stuff.
Sorry, I can't see anything. There's a glare.
Oh, there's a glare. Now it's my office's fault.
This is an easy call. I mean, you're getting...
Chris, and then Michael ends up calling. I could see Michael taking some time to call. I mean, you got like a mediocre flush, right? This is also win number 6 out of 8
but
for
again,
Michael.
Is this guy really got king, queen,
and it's only like, what, $200 into like a $500-$600 pot? I mean, you're not folding there.
200 what would be 900?
Who's Tom?
Tom is the guy in the 4 seat. Asian guy?
He bought it for 2.5.
Oh, I like that guy.
And I like his chip stack. See, Tom knows what's up. He's got his stacks in hundreds. I am not a fan of the 150 stack. Chris, on the other hand, you love the 150.
Garbage.
Brandon's on my side here. He's not
100
a fan.
Or 200.
But for this, I do.
See, I don't do the 200 because I can't. I'm always my hand. Yeah, I never do that because it's when you only have one $200 stack.
Right,
you just look like a doofus.
like 4 of them.
Right. Yeah, you need some structural sound, right? Like mine are never Help me out here, Brandon.
I don't know. Ingenuity?
And no, like engineering. I'll get there, folks. There's no base. I need a base. You got to build a base first.
Engineerily?
Yeah, I don't know. That's not a word. If anybody knows what word I'm looking for,
write in the comments.
Please comment below.
I thought it was ingenuity.
No, I meant like structurally sound, right? Like you
Well,
got
that's a better.
Okay, fine. My chips are never structurally sound enough to actually stack. Because I
then
normally only have like 4 black chips and three red ones, and
Michael
just waiting
can't
to get it in.
even stack up his chips before he's in the
He's
next
getting another hand. Brandon, what is my favorite tell of all time? You told me this once.
If a guy's stacking his chips and he looks down at his hand and he plays it,
And he bets. He's
got a real
not
hand.
bluffing. He's never bluffing. There is a 0% chance that if you are stacking chips from the hand before and you bet out, you got a hand.
Right. It's never just going to be like 7-4.
The guy's range is like aces, kings, or queens minimum.
Yep.
And Jay continues into drawing dead.
Yeah, Jay's just.
Hey, he's got a bet. Take
he's
a
betting
stab.
into the kid the whole time. I shouldn't say kid. I mean,
his second
he's betting
streak.
into Michael the whole time.
And you've missed it. Michael's been in 90% of hands. And
No,
won
Michael has won
80%.
6 of the first 8 hands.
Does Mike just lead out here on the river?
He does, which I think is that a good move or a weird move?
I think he might be trying to get Jay off a chop.
Oh, yeah, because if you had,
Ace 10, Ace 9, Ace 8. It's all choppy.
oh, I didn't even think about that. This is why I'm not the expert.
Well, you know he's not calling missed hearts. So.
No.
Jay's just saving some face here. Which I love to do.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Just for like
I never do that.
7 seconds.
I should maybe do that more often.
At least make Mike think that he might have got you.
Right.
And he scoops another
So
one.
that is Michael. What are we up to? 7 of 9?
Yep.
That's gross.
7 and 9 for
7
Mike.
of the 9 first hands. I think he bought in for what, like 300?
No, he was in for like 750. He came over from the 1-3 game.
Oh, he did? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, either way,
We'll see right here when the.
It's
those next
gross.
hand. 1.3.
have we ever done commentary on a cash game before?
Not in a while.
Yeah.
Not in a long
It's kind of neat.
time.
Chris just still
No king deuce.
folding those, grinding that living.
Michael might be in there though.
Oh, Michael's gonna get in there. When you win 7 out of 9, you got to get 8 of 10.
Oh, king 6. That's better than the 10-6.
King 6 suited.
Yeah, better than the 10-6.
He won with King 6 earlier.
Jay's
Remember the
hoping to
6?
find
The
it.
6 on the turn.
You can tell Jay's just waiting for PLO.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. How you can tell when a guy's a PLO player and he's just miserable looking at 2 hands
And Michael-
or 2 cards.
Opens and takes it down.
So that's 9 of 11,
8 of
8
10.
of 10,
8 of 10.
8 of 10 or 9 of 11. Let's see what hand number it is. He's only not won 2 hands so far.
And one he tried bluffing.
And with the one he bluffed and Tom called with like middle pair, maybe third pair.
And it wasn't a very good board for him.
No, it was a good move.
Yeah.
All right, hand number 10. So he is
8 of 10.
8 of 10, 7 of 9.
7 and 9.
Ryan's gonna open here.
No, limp.
Ryan limps.
Michael's gonna open. On fire.
Jack
20.
10
the
against
button.
Jack 9 on the button.
Ooh,
Oh,
ace
ace Jack. Oh, it's Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. Let's see if you can win with your 60% chance.
Flat.
75% now.
So I checked to let him continue to come over the top, and they both check behind.
Turns at 8. Not a great turn card, huh?
So I lead the turn.
Considering
thinking,
Michael just turned the nuts.
Yeah. I led the turn thinking he didn't have an ace, which
He
is the
doesn't.
right read.
He doesn't. Man, that's
Brian
run
Falls.
good, right, Brandon? When you have ace Jack versus Jack 10, the guy turns the nut straight.
Yeah.
And he comes over the top to 125.
Wow.
Now, in my
So you
mind,
bet it out?
Yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking I've got to be good here. I'm blocking the straight,
Nice, with your Jack.
but the problem is with this bet, he's either got it's so polarizing. He's either got a made hand, or he's bluffing. So I'm not beating any other aces. I'm not beating any 2 pairs,
And how
and I
much,
have the Jack of clubs.
and how much do you have involved in the hand right now? You called $10
55.
pre-flop.
55.
Check checks. Yeah, $50.
Really wanted to call.
Are you gonna call?
We'll see.
Looking back at this now, do you regret your decision, whatever it may be?
No,
I mean, we all know now that you were drawing basically dead.
I think overall it's probably a bad fold, but let it go.
I mean, it turns out it was pretty good.
And it's not just the
Mike should
80.
have flatted the turn.
It's not $80, yeah. And then he shows it to me, so I knew it was a good.
That's 9 hands, folks. 9 of 11.
And
8
if
of
I-
10. I don't know. A
if I-
lot.
and if I
He's
call-
only lost 2 hands.
If I call there and he's already got a made hand, I have to call off the river.
Yep.
Let it go. Like that Cubs hat.
I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, if Mike just flats the turn,
fuck.
keeps your whole range in for the
All right,
river.
good luck, guys. Good luck.
And Brian was pretty pissed that he showed me the hand. He's like, "You're not supposed to show that.
Why would Brian was mad?
Don't show him
Ooh,
that."
favorite hand alert.
Jack 8. Beverly Bryant's got a little ace king. Brandon, do you still say Big Slick?
No.
Nobody says
I
that
never
anymore?
said big slick.
Nice. So I'm just the only guy who's ever said
Yeah.
that.
I like big chick better.
What's that, ace queen?
Yeah.
Nice.
Michael calls 3 players.
You know, or Anna Kournikova, that's a good move for ace king.
Who bet out?
Brian opened the button to 25.
Tom
after
called. Mike called.
Mike
Tom
limped in.
checks. Mike's gonna check. Brian's gonna see bet here.
And now, Brian and
40.
Brian and Michael had been playing at the 1-3 table for a good hour and a half, so they had their own dynamic against each other.
So, I mean, Michael knows that Brian's not betting.
Tom mucked.
You know.
Tom mucked king queen. That's pretty.
Peel one card to get a 10.
So only 3 hands that Michael has lost. He's been involved in every hand, though.
Yes.
Which I like.
Yeah, I think if the VPIP came up, he'd be at 95%.
Hand number 12.
He didn't even fold the hand where he's stacking his chips. And there's a straddle in this hand.
We have a straddle for
Well,
10.
technical difficulties here, but
Hold the action.
Hold the action. Chris, do you always cover your face when you play?
no.
Is that like a thing you're doing, or it's just like a nervous tick?
You know, I was nervous to be on stream, duh.
Oh, it must have had a snafu in the.
Well, I look down and you'll see.
Oh, you were faking it till here. I like it. I think the computer. I don't know. I pressed the wrong button and it went bananas.
I'm sure it's a computer.
Yeah, obviously not my fault. No, I'm never wrong.
Spazzed.
Just ask me.
No, Michael's straddled here, so it's going to be on.
Have I yelled
Brian.
at everybody for not doing?
Not yet.
Are
It's
you
coming.
sure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I do have a tendency to yell at people.
The button's on Chris.
All right, so we're just waiting for the game to resume here. Brandon, how'd you do at the shoe last night?
I won 2,500.
Yeah,
Nice. That's difficult to do. Playing. What do you play? 1-2 or
2. Yeah.
hot lemon Omaha?
I actually doubled up at 2-5 waiting for a PLO.
Really? Really? Uh-oh.
So I look down at
So
King.
Chris has got kings, and you got to sweat it that whole time,
whole
waiting
time,
for the
yeah.
game, the production to catch up.
So I
And
saw.
it never fails. Michael's got ace 3. Guarantee he flops an ace.
So I sized up knowing that Michael's been calling every single bet. So I made it 50.
You bet higher,
Yeah.
knowing that he's
He's already got 10 invested. He's going to call.
another 40 and fade an ace. And
That's it.
Ace 3's
Nice.
a tough hand to play.
I don't size up either. That's another poker term that I'm not
Oh, wait.
too good at doing.
Why not?
I don't know. I've never thought about it. This is stuff I'm learning, right? This commentary is teaching me as well as the players.
KJ's not going to be allowed in a 1-3 game.
No, you guys look out, because I'm
You're about to size up.
I'm thinking I might even do that masterclass by Daniel Negreanu.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about buying that and then just going pro,
Crushing it. Yeah.
just crushing it. Start a poker vlog and
Quit your day job.
yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but see how it goes.
All right, Tom's gonna open here. I hope from the button.
Come on, Tom.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a massage.
Getting a
Why not?
massage. Do you, if you've got a big hand, do you tell the girl like stop?
No.
Brandon, do you
No.
ever ask the masseuse to stop?
No.
Like if you're running a Cold Stone Bluff and
No, but I definitely play tighter when I'm getting a massage.
really?
Same.
Oh, for sure.
So it's the same tell as somebody stacking their chips, right? So if
Yeah.
they're in the hand with the
All
masseuse.
right, I like it.
Although,
You should see Michael's range is like 100% here from the big blind. So he should. It really is. I mean, should be any 2 cards he's gonna defend with. So Tom should just bet and take it down a lot here. Look at this, $10 into 40. He knows it doesn't have to work very well or very often. But he just
Tom.
lose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know.
I think Mike came over the top.
Mike
raised
raised?
him.
Yeah.
The kid just makes a move.
All right.
You should know I'm going to outplan this hand right now. Just outplays him.
He wanted that $40.
I like the size of my Tom though. 10,
Michael might be my new hero.
10 into 40.
The kid's legit.
Yep.
He
He's
also
won
took-
like
he took third
he's
in
won
the
like
Master
11 of 13 hands.
New player at the table.
Oh yeah.
Sporting the Bears.
Just make sure you register your card.
Yeah. Jay
I'm
went-
still
Jay
down
got-
about the Bears.
Jay got up and went to PLO.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the background teaching horse.
He's in the 5, yeah. He's not in the same.
It's got to be fun.
It was.
Great horse turnout though.
Yeah. 30 players.
It's nuts. Mini CSOP brings them out, though. Or the CSOPs in general.
Hashtag CSOP works.
I think this might be where you're yelling at.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, register one more time.
No, because I'm back there. I was there when he did it.
Oh, okay.
So the next time I walk over, there's warning signs.
Keep them getting these
Because the
letters.
next time I
Well, I mean, the problem is that, hey, I mean, we're, you know,
We're all good.
there's got to be
It's
rules.
not fair to the rest of the
Oh, here I
players.
go.
No.
Here we go. All right. Do we get to hear it?
I hope not. No, and if I do, we're going to edit it out anyways. I can't yell at everybody.
Oh. Well, let's see how bad it is. I don't really think it's that bad.
It's bad. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to be trying to do the table so that people can enjoy the cards, right? I mean, that's the whole point. We get to do this commentary. I don't know if anybody listens to us,
No.
but it's kind of fun, right? I mean, it's just, I don't know. It makes everybody feel like they have the, right? It's live at the bike. I mean, that's what everybody wants to do. Or at least if you're a poker player, that's got to be some of your...
So Michael's in here. He's calling a continuation bet.
So eights get out of the way.
Yep, to the two guys
Ace
just
highs.
running a bluff.
Yeah.
And this is the new player at the table that has no idea the dynamic.
Right, that Michael's just a steamroller.
30 and
55.
Yeah. $60 bet.
I
55.
want to know what Mike's plan is here.
I'm gonna
We're
raise
about to find
and take
out.
down the pot. Look, counting out chips. Hood up. Don't play a guy in poker who's got his hood up.
Let's see. What's his plan on the river? Is he going to lead all the heart rivers?
And he raises.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Good call.
No, he
Oh no, he called.
Heart.
Splashy call.
Now what? Now what, Mike?
They're chopping.
You got to
you
lead.
can't check.
He's got to lead.
He's gonna lead. I got full faith in the guy. He's gonna lead. Look at him. Look at
125
those.
or what?
Yep.
So, like,
And
what's
I
he
like-
trying to get the fold here? A 7?
I
Hearts?
mean, the kid's he's just on a roll. He's riding the wave.
He literally is. 120, and it works.
Fold. I'm gonna stay in. If this guy doesn't come
Gets him to fold a chop pot. Ace high. Good.
He didn't
Again,
believe him.
my new hero.
I think Brandon's contemplating whether he wants to play Pino anymore.
No. I'm bad at this here.
Which one is that?
I'm bad at hold'em.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at Omaha, though, so.
That is true.
like, there's no one.
But you can run it twice. Everybody can win.
Yeah, you're bound to get lucky every once in a while.
We can run it twice in here.
You can 2-5. You can run it twice.
Yeah, he's really good for the game. Plays a hand every 5 hours.
Pat's here.
John's here.
Just all the regs who also were part of the bad beat,
Yeah.
which is gross.
All the regs but Chris.
All the regs but Chris. Good job staying home with that new baby, Chris.
Thanks.
Congratulations, though.
The one day I wasn't
The
there.
one day you weren't there.
Well, I wouldn't have hit if you won the game. So.
Yeah.
Or maybe would have. Who knows?
1-3 I would have.
Probably.
Got a fold, call from Ryan for confidence.
Back on King's Hall, decorations in the back. I
Mike
love
with
that
the button.
place.
Anybody in the 2?
8-3.
Boom.
35.
The best part is it's
Punish.
8-3 against threes.
Oh, one of those.
And everybody folds.
I mean, one live over.
Everyone folds.
Everybody folds.
God, the kid's table image is just awesome.
He's crushing.
He is a 2-5 rock star.
Within 15 hands, he's double his stack.
Yeah, he's just
Down to
killing
whoever
life.
behind on those chips.
You're moving seats. You're getting up.
Getting up.
You're getting up.
Getting
Yeah,
up.
that was it.
Booking a winner.
100 and out of the game.
Somehow Gio's carrying 3 drinks in one hand. It's all for him.
Does not surprise me.
Sure.
All right, ace nine. How many handed are we playing? 6. 7
1,
now
2,
with the
3,
John
4,
set?
5, 6, 7 or 8 handed.
7. We're 7 right now.
Seven.
Seven, okay.
Because normally they're playing 8-handed, right?
Yeah,
To
right.
make
I
room
was
for
just
the
looking at
cameras.
ace 9 under the gun.
I mean, does your range really change that much if it's 8 players to 9 players?
Well, 8, I thought it was like 6.
6
okay.
does for sure.
I would raise ace 9 suited under the gun with 6
6-handed.
or unsuited, but if it's 8 handed, I'm probably just gonna fold. I think you're getting yelled at.
I'm yelling at? No, not
They're
yet.
all looking at you. He's gotten yes.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yep. That's
Okay,
where it
so
was.
good. You can't hear me yelling at everybody.
you
So I
can't.
did get that over. I went full blown crazy, and then made everybody do like when you're in the emergency row at the airplane, where like you have to give the stewardess a verbal yes, and like they make you not look at your phone, and you can't have your earphones in, and then they start over if you don't listen. You guys never experienced that?
I usually.
I sit in the
fly
extra
first
row
class.
every. Oh, okay, Brandon.
Michael-
Private jets don't have to worry about that.
No, I want to take that.
Get out.
Alright, that's Yeah, you're gonna
Stuart just
be-
asked me once.
The
They're
seats
like,
are bigger.
They're like, why do you always want to sit in the emergency room? I'm like, I am dying for the day that I get to just bust open that door. Just once. That's all I want.
You're dying for that day?
Well,
Or
Here's that
yeah, I guess. I want like a test run.
oh yeah, okay.
So Michael limps.
Queen 4.
Brian opens, and then Michael calls. It's just them heads up.
I kind of like Brian playing his table image, right? Everybody knows he's pretty tight. Yeah, he still can't manage to
Yeah.
win a pot off Michael.
But remember, like, Brian's only got $300 to play with, so he doesn't have much maneuvering. He's gonna.
I don't like this. Michael needs to stop winning pots.
I love it. It's great. This is Michael's game. You don't like it? Play 1-3.
And now we're gonna be 8-handed because Nisha's coming in.
John's
Alright.
moving seats again.
Full ring.
Full game.
Tom's still getting a massage.
I think Tom gets a massage from
Nobody's gonna be in.
Does he really?
Lock the camera.
Well, he plays at the horseshoe. It's $2 a minute. Here it's $1.
It's like 50% off.
50% off.
Well, I mean, it's not like 50% off. It is.
It is.
And then Pat's in with his Green Bay hat in the 3 seat.
With a mid-buy standard.
No.
No, he
1,
bought
2,
five.
3, 5. It looks like 500.
What's the
Card's
middle?
gotta be
400, right?
Oh, 200.
Is it 200 and 2
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
2,000.
I was thinking 5.5 for some reason.
No. I mean, playing a little larger, but
What's the 5-seat stand of the Bears?
I don't remember.
Ben.
Ben.
And then Ryan's in the 7s.
Ryan hasn't really played a bunch of hands right now. He's still
No.
now. Again, we say a bunch of hands. We're half an hour into the start of the game, folks. This is actually when we started the video. Is when the game actually started. So this is legitimately
where it actually
the first 15 or 20 hands. Pat's telling everybody he bought it for 5. Got to show off a little bit because normally he's a min buyer. Oh, I bought it for 5. 500.
Double check with him.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, interestingly enough, not many people bought in for Max outside of.
No, I think it's still getting. People get used to it.
Yeah.
Brandon, when you play in a game, do you always buy in for the max? Do you always buy in the middle?
Mid or max?
That's it.
That's it.
There's no middle ground.
No middle ground.
Yeah, I always buy in for a middle ground. I gotta stop doing that. That's bad, huh? Why ask Chris? Like, do you
100 or
max buy?
max buy? And now when I say max buy, I don't mean like
2K.
whatever the
Table
guy
captain
has.
is or something, right?
No, just like whatever the
Kind of the average is.
yeah.
So raise 3-bet.
Change comment time.
I like Brian.
Well, you got a
Three bet
3-bet
there.
Mike. I mean, Mike's opening. Mike's playing everything.
Yeah.
I call it.
And I
He
think
calls.
that's
Yeah,
and I
Mike-
think that's where that dynamic came in from that 1-3. I think they sat next to each other and he saw a lot of his hands. They were showing each other.
That makes it even better. Better of a 3-bet from
Heads up.
Brian.
Brian. That Mike's gonna call it a6.
Brian, who likes to be called Beverly because he's from Beverly.
Let's see. Now here's a lead.
Bet
This is
25.
kind of a bad flop, but Brian shouldn't have a fold for $25.
No.
Not when they're 60 pre.
Okay.
King ball.
Check.
You just check behind him.
What do you got? 177. He might just go all in.
Then he does.
Bet all in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like it. Weird though that
It's pot size
You really
bet.
can't.
Brian
call.
3-bets him. Michael bets out on the turn. Brian on the flop. Brian just calls. Then Mike checks the turn. Brian jams it all in. I mean, it's kind of a weird.
Well, that king hits.
I don't understand the $25 bet on the flop just to see if he can buy it for 25
Maybe.
Yeah, and I think that king hit.
or
smashes,
slow down the other guy maybe.
Yeah.
That king.
Get him to check back the turn.
Yeah.
That king smashes Brian more than it smashes Michael. Right?
Let me tell you guys, it's tough to play hands out of position. Just don't do it. Just
Jack
don't
Deuce
play
suited.
hands out of position.
I play hands out of position all the
Right,
time.
that's why you.
Or not a winning poker player.
I was gonna say lose, but
Right.
don't.
Positive. We're being positive today. You
I
know,
did get my car
like
back.
I'm positive you were an hour late.
Well, I got my car back.
He
Oh,
made,
nice.
He made it.
Nice. You did make it.
I did make it.
Ben's got a little 8-6. Mike's obviously in with King 3 off.
So Mike is just raising all of his good/middle hands and limping all of his bad hands. Unless it's super bad and then he raises.
No, even then, yeah, I was gonna say.
Like the 8-3s he's raising, but like the King 3s, it's like, it's good.
I'll
enough
just
to
see it
just-
for $5.
Right. But then if it was like King 9, he'd raise again.
Have we seen a full?
It's like, like Mark and women. You know?
Hey, gotta play the good ones and the bad ones.
What do we got here? 2 flush draws? This is nice. Check, check, check. Slam a club.
Club would have been.
And Mike's good with King Eye.
And he's got position.
Maybe he's just playing
He
position,
thinks he's bluffing.
but he's not.
He's bluffing at the best.
He's bluffing with the best hand.
It's nice when I bluff get called.
Man, how about a
Can't
7?
be good.
Or, yeah. Winner, he's probably going to show the bluff.
So, Michael.
You're good.
Michael wins another hand. Do you ever believe a guy when you show the bluff and he's like, yeah, King High was good?
No.
You ever believe him when he says that?
Sometimes.
I mean, this instance,
Because
he
I'm
was
not half the
good.
time I'm lying, and half the time I'm telling
You're
the
telling the truth?
truth. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So we got some new players, but we haven't really seen any action from them yet. But we
They're
already won
just
every
waiting
couple
for
of
their
hands.
spots.
I mean, this is your typical cash game action, right?
Right.
Except Michael.
Let's see if Mike can fold the 9-5 under the gun. Nope.
Nope. Reach for chips.
Calls.
Ooh, Brian.
Coming along
Little baby
before
pair.
us. John, Jack 3. Some garbage. Tom's not playing.
No, Jack 4. Yeah, he's not even.
Wait till another dealer comes in. Let them deal with that.
Ben's no go.
Didn't register his cards. You got yellow.
Which one?
I think they'll allow that.
All right, bunch of
Exactly right.
bad hands here.
Nash, Ryan. Nash call 5 deuce? Or he was a small blind, right? Yeah.
Pretty uneventful board. Checking. And I bet Mike's gonna go for it. Why not?
I mean,
Now, if you're Brian, do you believe him here in position?
I don't know if you believe me, you can't really call.
Brian does. You either got to raise or fold.
Yeah. Way to call for us.
No, that sounds like an awful idea. Chris, I totally would have called with 4s. I mean, there's no doubt. I'd be like, well, if I hit a 4, I'm probably good. And then little do I know the guy's got a wheel next to me and I'm drawing nothing. I hate when I'm pulling for a card. I get it. And it's the guy's like gut shot. You know what I mean? Like I'm hoping I hit my set. Nope,
So
no
you
good.
had what I've picked up on here is if Mike ever checks the turn, Michael can call him.
Yeah, I mean,
If he ever checks the
by
turn,
Mike.
you just gotta bet because he's super unbalanced on top.
Ooh, good word. Unbalanced. Unhinged.
Yeah, we'll go with balanced.
All right, yeah, that's a better word. So, if anybody's ever played at CCG and has played with John, John is what I like to call a talker. He talks a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
To himself,
To the other
others,
players,
yeah,
to
dealers.
people next door.
If your head's up in a pot with John, he's talking.
Yeah. But that's like his game, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
Look
he
at
does.
Mike calling from the big blind opposition. Gonna be tough to win this hand against Tom, even though he has the best hand. Or you're
And
flopping.
bigs.
Check. Now watch. Mike's gonna bet the turn. Maybe you should check it. All right, that's a good check there, Mike.
He's getting more balance.
Another check.
There's a nice little balancing, but I should bet.
How much, Brandon?
I don't know, but Tom might call
That looks
it.
like 75. That's a pot-sized bet.
Let's see.
You like the bigger sizing?
I don't
Ooh,
know.
sizing. Look at me. I'm using
Size
poker
up.
terms.
It's the over bet.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get. He missed all the value. He was trying to get back.
It's tough to get called by anything there, though.
Oh, look how fast Tom texts. Did you see that?
Oh, he's playing a game.
Oh, what's he playing?
I saw. Like when I was sitting to his right, he was sitting there playing a game.
Thoroughly impressed of those texting fingers, but hand number 21, where Michael has won probably 15 of the 21. Does Pat
Actually,
ever
this-
play ace deuce?
Now, Brandon? What do you think of kind of Michael's strategy per se, like his game? Do you think in the long run that's gonna be beneficial?
Well, I mean, he hasn't really run into anything yet.
But
Which is
his
nice. I think he's overall. I mean, there's probably like. I'm pointing. Brian's probably just going to 3-bet him a lot now and realizes it. And these other guys to his right are just going to check into all the line of fire. So, I mean, I think in the long run he could get punished here for a big one. He's taking on a lot of small ones, though. That's what I usually do. I take down 80% of the pots, but I still lose.
Still lose.
Because I don't win that big. Like right here, he's just,
Oh, the turn? Sorry. Seven of spades.
that works.
Looks like our cards down.
7 of spades is a pretty good turn for Mike.
Yep.
Is it
Oh,
7
Dale.
spades? Oh, yeah.
He bets and wins. Alright, another one.
Another Michael hand?
Another Michael hand.
What do you know? It's the Michael hour.
Although I think in general everybody's been pretty handy.
Chris, what kind of camera work is that?
John got up and kicked the camera.
Sure, blame John.
So, I do like to say this. This is stuff that Live at the Bike probably doesn't have to deal with, like the players kicking over cameras and
No, they're stationary.
you don't have to yell at them to put their hands on the circles.
I wonder if we had the square boxes.
Here we go. Pat with
Like in the
kings.
box?
He might actually race Pat here. I'm not sure though.
Under the gun? I think so.
Raise 20.
What do you think of that
possible.
sizing?
Outside.
Yeah, only 20. 20 should be standard.
With kings?
Yeah, $20 open, 4x.
But don't you find that if you got to give action to get action, right? I mean, does Pat?
I mean,
put
I would
enough hands?
never pay off Pat here.
Michael's
But
in
now,
there.
But Michael probably doesn't know what we know, that Pat is a super tight, aggressive player. Like
Okay, but
the,
what about
the definition of
even
tight
the
and
loosest
aggressive.
player at the table is racing under the gun. Probably shouldn't call it back. He does have the button. He flops a 5.
Oh, he flops a
This is what I'm
5.
talking about when he runs into something.
Yeah. Pat's not going to slow play it.
Nope, but he ain't gonna fold.
Not 25.
I mean, no. Do you like the $25 bet?
Yeah, keep everything in there. All right, now
7's not a great turn.
Pat thinks this is a bad turn, so he's gonna check, and then of course Mike's gonna go for it.
Bet 50.
50 ball.
Pat is never folding. Oh my god.
He folded?
Yep.
Pat, I hope you're not watching, because that one
Holy
was rough.
smokes.
I mean, when you put a guy in a hand, you got to fold, right? Like if you put a yes
What
or
did he put him
no.
on?
He
I
said
don't
it-
know.
he
Straight
didn't-
draw,
he
flush
didn't-
draw, straight draw.
He didn't like that. He said that he didn't like that board for his hand.
Irish wedding and
Yeah,
He
all
was putting him
unders.
on like a 2-pair straighty. But there's so
I mean,
many
at
other
least
bluffs.
call once. If you check the river and then Mike fires out 180, then he wins.
What was the bet on the turn? On the turn?
$50.
Into a
The neighborhood.
40 plus 50, 90, 995. Half.
half the pot. Easy for us to say this knowing the cards,
Yeah.
but
Hey, Manoli, can you find
I don't
AJ
know.
for me?
I like kings.
You're still so deep. Like, why? I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
Raise to 20.
Michael,
I don't
8-9
know.
suit.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
yeah, my job.
All right,
hit the
3-bet
keyboard.
incoming here
Re-raise. 75.
for Beverly.
75. Brian. Nash.
But now it does suck that Ryan raised here.
Again, another player that has not played a ton of hands.
Right, not Michael. So, but Brian's only got what, $280. So
He's got to bet it. I mean,
for sure.
get it down to heads up. Hope your jacks hold.
And by heads
He's
up,
not
we
gonna get
need
heads up.
3 wins.
Well, yeah, obviously. It's heads up plus Michael.
Plus Michael.
Right. I mean, no way Michael's folding. He's caught between the two of them.
Right.
I mean, I would probably like his hand the best.
Yeah, the 15% probably gets you more than 15%.
Would you have made it a higher 3-bet?
No, 75 is good. Look at that. All right, so he flops an open ender, which Mike's got to be ecstatic about.
Oh, yeah.
But
Brian's got to be
Beverly's-
ecstatic, too. It's all unders.
And he's blocking that open under. So Mike only has 6 outs.
See, I always forget about blockers. I think about blockers when I play PLO. I have never, ever once thought to myself, oh, I'm blocking this.
Well, you don't really think that you're blocking the
No,
shot.
I
I'm
know,
just
but I
saying
mean,
that,
I've never
like-
even thought about it. It's interesting to me.
If he knew Michael's hand, he'd be happy.
Right. Because now Michael's probably can't get away from this. He's going to get it in here.
I mean,
if you call with 9-8 and you flop 10-7.
so Brian bet out 100. Ace Queen folds.
Yep.
Which is a good fold.
All right, so now I want to know Mike's. Is he going to
Is he gonna pound?
Is he going to fold on a brick turn?
I don't think he can. He's already got
Now
175.
he's never folded.
He's got 175
Check.
invested.
We
Too.
don't know what you're saying.
So if I was Mike, I would have just shoved the turn because he's never folding. So if you're never going to fold, if you're going to call it off, you
Put
might
it
as
put
well
it
shove
on the other guy?
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like Pat folded kings when the straight got there. I mean, I know Pat's not Brian,
All in
but
for 180.
Right.
maybe you can get the guy to fold. If you're going to snap call it off, you might as well just shove.
That's interesting. Again, something I've never actually. If you're planning on, I'm going to check call anything, might as well jam it in. Maybe you get the guy to fold a better hand.
And they get it in, and Beverly scoops the double. That's what I'm talking about. Eventually he's going to run into something, right?
Yeah.
And that's
Although
where-
that's
Yeah, sure.
still a pretty good spot to
For
be
sure.
in. I don't mind.
Oh,
it
yeah,
at
he's
all.
got a pair, he's
He's
got
got
an
two
open
pair
ender, he can
outs. He's got trip outs. He's got open ender.
Well, he
Granted,
can't hit the 2-pair. If he hits a 2-pair, then
Yeah, straights.
Beverly hits the straight.
oh, right.
So he's got to hit a 9, a jack, which Brian has 2 of or a 6.
And maybe it's not as good a spot
It's
as I
8
thought it
outs.
was.
And that's where Brian Shortfire works to his benefit, too.
The luck of the Irish.
Easy
get
decisions.
called.
That's the #1 benefit of buying in short.
Is what?
Yeah, you don't ever have a tough decision.
You get it in,
Ooh.
and you go with it.
Maybe I should short buy.
You should. All this
Didn't Eric tell you, Brandon's playing partner told him that I should never buy him for the max? Well, I don't know. What do you want to call him?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you
Your
should.
business partner?
What did he say? What did he say?
He told me I should never play PLO unless I min buy. He's like, you should just be 100 bombing in there. Just get it in and then switch gears. Yeah, it's all. He's like, don't go in for. I do the worst. If it's a 200 to 1,000, I buy it for $500. Basically, you're still getting it all in after.
Yeah, but now you lose 500. And
Correct.
you have to make decisions.
Right, and I'm not good at decisions.
You really do make decisions.
I don't always make a
Mike
bad
decision.
decision.
Mike, call with the 8 deuce.
I know you're not.
Not even suited. Just
He is in
off.
position. I think he's going to play his position there.
No, true.
Ryan's perceived pretty tight.
And I think Ryan's just.
I
got
like
enough of it,
Ryan
huh?
mixing it up with the 7-9 hearts
Me
though,
too.
because he's basically only played Ace King and Ace Queen so far.
There you
And-
go, and he gets Mike to muck one.
All he had to do is count his chips.
They had to sneeze a little bit.
I got a one is gonna get the votes in Chicago. Yeah, regardless. Yeah. With an ad.
Oh my goodness.
Sneeze a little bit.
But first sitting president.
These guys are going so fast.
The hands?
Yeah,
Think so?
No, he did one
I feel
really
like we're
good.
flying through this.
Yeah, I mean,
He got out.
not a lot of players tanking a bunch. I mean, which is nice. I like when a cash game plays relatively quick, right? I mean, it's more enjoyable. At least it's more enjoyable to me.
Friday night's game went relatively quicker than Saturday.
Saturday was a little bit slower.
I mean, I can give you
But
the hand
more,
totals.
the slower it is, the more we can analyze, commentate.
But, you know,
But if you're watching live at the bike, all those hands take 2.5 minutes a hand.
Right.
Commentators fill it up with,
Commentating? Yeah.
with knowledge.
See Michael here. 3-bet for Jack 5.
no. What
You
happened?
think he's steamed a little bit from that 9-8?
I think he's got to be. I was going to say that. Now, this probably confirms it. So now,
So he 3-bet it with Jack
could
5.
4-bet here. It is hard to play 10s out of position.
And he calls against a guy who's notoriously played every single hand.
And bet every street. Now what do you do?
Do you think that's because they're so deep that he just calls?
I don't know. I mean, I would
Yeah, because they both got a good amount of chips.
4-betting makes it easier to. I mean, the deeper you are, the more
100?
a 4-bet.
Effective to getting Michael to fold, right?
Yeah, now like you got one overcard, you got a gutter ball,
Got a call.
you got a call. You don't feel great about it. Mike probably doesn't feel great about it either.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a terrible turn
Ace.
for Mike.
Ace is action killer on both sides.
Well, Ryan snap checks, and now look at this run out for Ryan. Check, showdown.
Yeah, never winning there. I mean, basically, Ryan just gave up, right?
I'm the worst.
I mean, knowing what we know, he
Well-
could have made one bet and Michael probably would have folded.
Yeah, and that run out though
Yeah,
for
that's
Michael's
right.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Michael
Yes.
ends up only beating 10s.
But if he's in position there, right, Brandon, with the 10s, he probably wins that.
All right, where's everybody from?
So, like Brandon says, never play out of position.
You gotta get him talking in that tournament. That's the worst.
Or just be really confident.
Headphones on,
Right.
sunglasses.
Or watch the video after the fact when you know both hands and just be like,
Right.
oh, I'm so knowledgeable because I can see all
I mean,
the
it's
cards.
clear 4-bet there. When the
Right.
guy's got Jack
Clearly, it's a 4-bet.
5. The guy's Jack 5.
Yeah, I would have jammed it there. Ryan with 8 deuce gives it up. 10-8's got to be a 3-bet. Nope, just a call.
They're like connected to it.
Brian folds Jack 9 suited. Pat folds Ace 7 of hearts.
But
Oh
Brandon's,
no, he just limps.
Brandon's right. I think he kind of like gappers or like middle of the hands. He's just
They need that if they're Irish.
Yeah.
Ben's 0 for 4 on
Which seat?
registering cards.
How much?
Nash scares me a little bit. He has that like stern poker player look
very
that makes me nervous.
backroom card.
Right.
He's great.
All right, so
He's great for the game.
Nice.
Pat did raise here, and it's because he's trying to play a heads-up out against Mike, who is limping garbage and then calling and then trying to play heads-up position.
But also gets whacked in the face with the deck again.
Yeah,
He's never folding.
Nope.
20 makes it 50
20 into 50, yeah. Pat gives it up.
Nine hands, sir, nine hands.
again.
I mean,
What?
but Brandon's probably thinking if that bet works more than it doesn't work. Because if he doesn't hit the 10, right?
Yeah,
He's probably scooping
What,
it.
Pat just continuing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a small pot. I just feel like, I don't know, you guys splash around a little bit.
How's your night going?
I don't mind the fold. When he comes out the top, what are you trying to improve on?
You found out what you were looking for, and you got to use that information. Michael, Jack 7, limp.
Under the gun.
King 9's got to be a fold. Jack 7, fold. Ooh, Tom. I like Tom's play. I want to see some Tom action. $20. Bends down. Nash is going to mix it up with a little 10-5 suited. You know, you can't make a straight without a 10 or a 5. You have to have one of those two cards.
Or they have to be on the board.
Ah, right. So it's why I never hit a straight, because I always feel like I have to have a 10 or a 5.
Right, yeah.
And then I'm like, 10-5, I'm golden. I got to get a straight. But then I realize,
Action choice.
yeah, can't actually make a straight with either of those cards.
So this is where your Michael turn.
He checked it?
Check the turn?
No,
Yeah.
we're on the turn right now. It's on him.
Oh, it's on him.
But yeah.
And what's he got?
Check huh?
Nothing. Bets it out.
But he has the best hand.
And Tom instantly
Oh, Tom has a
folds.
5.
Yeah,
Nash
I
has
don't
a
like
5.
that, Tom. Can't fold out a turn. Let the guy make his bet, right?
Yeah,
Because
he
it
could
could
be
affect
sizing
it.
up there
Right.
after
Which
he
is you got to protect the integrity of the other players.
Yeah, Tom.
Nash ain't believing it.
Again, and he's using the intimidation scare, which is working on me in video.
So how many 2s does Michael really have, even though he has a wide range of hands?
I mean, the kid's just firing bullets left and right.
But the scripts are okay.
125 was the bet.
125.
I love it.
Half pot.
I love it. Chip count. Can we?
John saying
John
hi to the
waving
viewers.
his hand.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
How's he know that camera was out there? Smart
I don't think he did. I think it was just dumb luck. I just think it's dumb luck.
That's why Mike couldn't come there.
So just for everybody's notion, this is like the first half of this cash game, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe next week we'll do anher
Well,
another half.
They're 6 hours.
Yeah, so 6 hours is a long time.
A couple sessions. Well,
There was
if
some
we-
pretty fun hands though in that 6 hours, right?
Yeah, if we have some, we can get the tape.
Ooh, all right,
hands.
here we go. Top with the Jack 10 suited. Ben's going to come along with the King 10 suited. Nash
Brian's
hits
got King 9,
6.
raised it up. I like it.
Under the gun.
Wow, look at all these.
Mike 7 deuce. Is he going to fold?
No,
No
Mike, don't do
chance.
it.
No
yes,
chance.
he raises. He
That's
raises.
what I said. It's really bad
He
hands.
raises. 3-bet 75 with 4 people in. I can't believe
He's just
it.
having a blast.
If I don't see it, I don't believe it.
And
Tom's going to
Tom
come
doesn't
along,
believe
right?
it, yeah.
No way
It's
Tom
too
folds.
Tom's coming along.
And
Nash, get in there, Nash. I
8-6
like it.
off.
I like it.
Tom's dreaming for this spot. My vote is Tom wins this game.
Nobody hits anything.
Nash is the only one.
And Nash,
Middle pair. I
It's his
think
line.
he's caught in between those two. Tom gives it up. Michael bets it out.
He waits to come on a voice.
Yeah, I mean he's first to act, right?
yeah.
He's giggling, he's laughing, he's having a good time. Nash calls.
There is no prop bet for 7 deuce.
Ooh, hello, Action Jackson turn. Look at this, Mike checks a turn. You got a bet. That's what I'm saying.
Nash needs to bet.
Yeah,
He does.
Every time Mike checks the turn, he's never balanced on the turn.
He's offended. I can see it in his eyes.
He gives it up.
We don't get to see a river? No, I'm so disappointed.
Come on, Mike.
I love
He
that
has the
play.
best turn in the world.
Gosh. No, 7 would have been the best turn because then he would have beat it and it would have been great. But
You guys give us a nice speech about to watch our
very
monsters
gross.
straight.
You gotta give it to him. He has the heart.
Nobody's watching.
Just he was so ready to show that 7 deuce to take down a monster-sized pot.
Can you imagine what the game was?
Oh my god, the game would have imploded. Been like the Death Star in Star Wars
I've never seen a Star
4,
Wars movie.
5, 6,
Never seen them.
7, 8, the Han Solo movie,
Stupid.
Rogue One. Basically every Star Wars movie has a Death Star in it. Spoiler alert, sorry everybody.
Is that like?
And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, don't get me wrong, I'm just
Is that
saying.
like the thing that they're trying to get?
Yeah, they're always trying to shoot a Death Star. It's basically all of Star Wars.
Kills the planet.
Right. It's a Death Star.
You can obtain
You've never
the
seen
Death-
Star Wars?
You can. I just.
Folks, we're going to pause the commentary here and we're going to watch Star Wars with Brandon.
With commentary.
Okay, we're back. So please be aware to watch episodes 1 through 8 with Brandon's commentary. A lot of dead air in there, but can we even do commentary on Star Wars and put it
I
on
have a
YouTube?
question. Wait, I really have a question though. Is it like something you obtain
No, it's like a big star that's
Right.
like a laser beam.
and you're trying to kill it?
They
Well,
try
it's
to
not
destroy
an it. It's right. It's like a big tank in space. It's a space tank.
It's
The size of a
tank,
planet.
So
It's a space tank the size of a planet.
Okay, space tank.
So Tom,
Right. No, Chris,
Is
we're
it
not interested in this
operated-
hand.
is
We're
it
only interested in
operated
explaining
by
Star
some-
Wars to Brandon.
Is it operated by something?
All we know is blah blah blah. Mike's in the hand. He better. He folded. He called. That's it. I mean, basically, that's the commentary. Now it's Mike and Tom. Ooh, King 9. Come on,
Clubs.
give us.
Flush
Oh
This should just go check on the river. Just kidding.
no! No,
Mike's
it's Mike.
got
He
one.
rips it.
You know what? I believe in Tom here. Tom's not going to believe him.
I don't know.
I think Tom's had enough of him. He says, I clicked the too much money syndrome.
TMM.
Yeah. TMMS.
TMM syndrome.
TMMS.
TMMS.
He
Oh
clicks
yeah.
the button.
Snap calls.
60 into 180. What do you feel about?
Yeah.
He value bet him. He tried to trick him into value bet. So, do you understand what a Death Star is
I know.
yet? Or?
Is it operated by somebody?
Yeah, the Empire.
The Empire. So it's the name of their ship.
What is?
The Death Star.
A ship.
No, it's just the Death Star is what it is. It's not a ship. It's
Well, technically, it's a ship.
I mean, technically it's a ship, but it doesn't go anywhere. It orbits the planet, I think.
What
No,
planet?
It travels.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So it is a ship,
It's a ship.
right? So it's a Death Star / ship,
So it's the enemy ship that they're trying to destroy.
right? That the rebels are trying to get rid of.
Okay, see, I thought
In every
I could.
movie.
I
That
thought
they
it was
rebuild.
like.
That they rebuild after every movie. Yeah, they're just like, we got a spare one.
Oh.
Here it is. We've been hiding this guy.
Okay, I thought it was like an emblem piece that like infected the planet,
No,
and then you have to like find it.
it's a cannon the size of a planet. All right, we've gone way too long on explaining Star Wars. Plus, we've got this great action with Michael and 2 other players in it.
Ace fine.
He doesn't let him. Oh, I thought.
My vote's on Michael
thought he
to win
jumped.
this pot.
He's on the button. He bet it out.
And pull.
Picks up the
See,
pot.
like these last 20 hands just shows that like it's tough to make a pair and hold them. 96% VPIP. There it is.
But in all honesty, he's literally won like 80% of the hands. Like, maybe aggression is something that it works. I love it. We've
if
been
you
waiting
just
for
keep
that.
betting,
We've
people
been
just
waiting for
fold.
that.
It's gonna happen every
Well,
time.
it's like that saying, what is it? All in works every time until the last time. Yeah, I mean,
It's like almost like a high-low.
it eventually works. Did the screen get brighter? Like, did they? It seems like it, right? Or the camera?
I think that's way better for
Unfortunately, the lighting at King's Hall is probably the only downfall of that place, right? Because I mean, it's a cool spot. It's right on North Avenue and 355. Hey, whoa, guys, hang on. Oh, sorry. Actually, I hadn't gotten the mic yet. I thought he had folded a hand.
No,
Did you?
8-4 calls it out.
you don't get the 96%. by folding.
You do not get to 96 by folding. John hasn't played any
He's
hands.
Tough
completely
to obtain
dominated.
96.
I don't think so. You just play every hand.
math is my strong suit.
He's doing just fine.
I think it's hard to obtain 96 and be winning.
Yeah.
Like 80% of the hands. Like, he's not winning. He is like
But he did
Friggin'
double
Charlie
up-
Sheen,
he did
Tiger's
double
Blood,
up Beverly,
winning.
which cost him like 20 of those small hands.
I guess.
Pat, non-believer.
That is a non-believer.
One round, we have to play one card up.
Kinda like
And
Pat.
This is a great river for Pat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Less likely the guy's got a 10,
He's not
right?
checking back the 10 on the turn.
Pair fives.
Yeah, he beats 5-3.
It's good.
Winner, winner.
Chicken dinner. Chip count. Tom,
Oh, you think
still up
5-3 is
top.
checking the turn?
In all fairness, he bought all those chips, though.
Yeah.
He didn't win any of them. Nothing wrong with that.
Did you watch any of the 90s or 80s on
Netflix,
Yeah.
They're good, right? I mean, the nice thing is,
80s, 90s, 2000s?
they already happened. Like, I was alive
Oh,
during
like
both of them.
documentaries?
Yeah, Brandon's been telling me about that. So, not only do you get great poker ideas, you get Star Wars movie.
Check out the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. on Netflix.
Brandon recommends. Brandon gives 2 thumbs up. Brandon, would you say if you
And
had
Russian Doll.
hold on, if you had like a rating system like Siskel and Ebert have thumbs up, would you be like, it's a real full house? Like, would you have like a poker thing?
I'm confused.
you know, like instead of 2 thumbs up, you'd be like, I give it only a pair. It was a little lacking in the commentary.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
I
like,
see.
and then like
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
movies, you'd be like, oh, they're
full
quad
house.
7s
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So you give the 80s, 90s, and 2000s on
They're
Netflix
solid, like,
full houses.
Yeah, like Aces full.
All right, cool. Back to the game.
So Ben opens.
Wait
Call
till
Michael
they-
3
no, they
bets,
won't
and
play
Ben's
crawl.
had enough of it. Just jams.
Just
340.
4 bets. All in, 340. Nash folds.
Well, he kept $3 behind.
Mike-
See, this is
Michael-
kind of like the
Michael-
4-bet.
You don't
bet.
see a lot of 4 bets.
Yeah, there should be way more 4-betting in poker.
And Michael can't call, right?
I mean, it's Michael. We have no idea what he's going to
And he
do.
can
Right
call.
then.
Uh-oh, Surrey.
Sir was talking.
Uh-oh.
See, here's the problem. When you play loose in every hand and you get 4-bet, you almost convince yourself that King Jack's like a better hand than it is.
Right.
Because,
it
like, it's
seems
like-
like a long time for him to be waiting.
Right. And it's basically like,
With
man,
King Jack off, and
this-
you're facing it all in.
well, that's what I'm saying. He's like, man, this guy can play back here with anything.
Right.
This King Jack.
You almost
could be
kinda
good here.
outthink yourself a little bit.
Exactly. Because I do that too.
He seems to be
Really contemplating it.
and kind of upset about this.
Well,
You know?
Do you ever find that because there's more money in the pot, it makes you want to call?
I do.
I don't, but I
100%
see that
for me
all
it
the
does.
time. Every day of my life, I see that.
Like just rip it in.
Just because it's
Like-
PLO and
Yeah.
there's so much, you know.
4 guys put 800 in, and this guy's like, oh man, I don't really care what I have. I get 3,000.
Right.
Well, cool.
So that helps your situation or it hurts? Like for me, I'm thinking, yeah, I want to jam my 800 in. I literally
Right,
don't
it
care
makes-
what 4 cards I have. I just want a chance to get at that money.
Well, you can just go
Fold and
right. Go play roulette.
Get better
You'll get better
I felt
odds.
like you were gonna win.
I don't
though.
think so.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
I got to be way better than 32 to
I
1.
felt like that was gonna win.
What is the roulette?
No,
pay?
yeah, but
Red
you can
flag.
pay 35 to 1. I'm saying like, if you're just gonna like look at all the money you could win and then put it in there with any 2 cards,
So
you
get-
could do that anyway.
So he loses another pot. Comes with king.
King Knight suited though is
It's not bad.
no for his range.
I mean, you can get 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, all over the casino.
Although I feel a little sympathetic for Michael because I say every time he bets a lot, but Brian has 3-bet him every time he's got into a pot.
Well, this is
That's why
Brian's
he said,
strategy.
yeah, that's why I said to the left. He chose to sit to his left.
Really? Yeah, because they've been playing before and he knew how he played a lot. And
All right, this should be a C bet, and then I think Brian's gonna happily call here. How many aces does he really have? Although I do like the small sizings, but
Find out what he does on the turn.
he
right?
needs to continue the story.
I got a feeling.
Check,
Oh,
check.
he checks.
See? Here we go.
Checks the turn. Give it.
No, I can't win. Brian's probably just gonna check call.
Yeah, you just no reason to bet that, right?
What's your tens? Ship it.
And the heart came on the turn.
Yeah.
I think that might have slowed down to you.
I like it. I like it a
How
lot.
much for that squints pop thing up there?
I don't know. I bought it at Target. It was like $8.
I thought they were like collectibles.
I mean, I'm sure they are, but
You were like $50 for that. I was like, sold.
so no.
You
No,
want
not
the
yet.
Star Wars one?
No.
Which one's the Star Wars one? Oh yeah. Nice. Nice.
Sandlot's my favorite movie, by the way.
And nobody likes the Tiger Woods bobblehead?
I didn't realize that was Tiger Woods.
Yeah, it's Tiger Woods.
I thought that was.
It's the U.S. Amateur Tiger Woods bobblehead.
You think he's gonna be ready for this Masters? I mean, we've been doing this for 5 years now.
I think so.
We're gonna be excited.
I think now's the time.
this year, like this year,
I would love to see him win.
right? Or just put B in the hunt. That's not. He did well last year. He made the cut.
Yeah, no, I would say not crazy. Rory's also a big storyline because Rory it would be his 4th major. It would, there's only like 5 other guys in the history of golf that have won all 4 majors.
Now he's won everything but the Masters.
Everything but the Masters. And Phil Mickelson's won everything but the U.S. Open.
That is 40. 7 of spades.
There you go. Comments, folks. If you guys play golf, shoot it out in the comments if you know what other players have won all 4 majors in golf.
Check
Ooh, Michael
40.
tops.
Check again. Check dart.
I know you don't really know.
Flops middle pair. Oh, yeah, Michael, I got you. Ooh, that could have been super ugly. Queen 7 versus King 6, both hearts. I would have loved to see hearts come out.
Top River's two pair.
I don't think Michael's calling anything. He's been a little nervous of Tom.
Tom goes big. I like the big sizing. What can Michael really have that beats Tom here? Nothing.
No, and he's seen him call down with a bunch, right?
Yeah. I don't think Michael's called off a bunch. Right?
Really hasn't.
No.
No, he hasn't. He's always been the aggressor and they just fold to him. They're basically just giving him the pots.
They're already gonna be warmed up. I'm gonna shoot terrible.
Tom gets full value, maximum value with two pairs.
Shows kings and sixes, 2 pair.
He called?
Yeah. And
On
Tom was the
8-5?
initial opener.
What? Oh, because he's got middle pair. Ooh.
Yeah, because
Well, he flops top.
back nine.
No, it's, yeah, sorry.
And
Yeah.
it's like,
And then it turned into middle pair.
what does he beat there?
He
Bluff.
beats the bluffs. He bleeds ace queen. He missed it. Bleeds all his the missed clubs. Missed clubs probably would have bet the flop of the turn though, especially Tom.
So when you see guys playing professionally, this is the stuff that they're going through in their mind, ripping through like what they can beat and how the hand could have played out if that's what happened.
For sure.
Note to self: try doing that the next time I play.
I don't know, like, especially with all like the really good people, they're all just saying like, how does my range look compared to their range?
Right.
Like, how does my range of hands, the way I play this, what do they perceive that I have? And then what do they have? It's tough.
It's tough to explain, let alone
Right,
do.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it's game theory.
GTO.
GTO. It's a lifestyle. And like, they got to be super balanced. For every hand that they check on the flop, they should have a hand that they bet on the flop. It's like a scale for every hand that's on the right side of the scale. It's got to be one on the left side.
Damn. Poker really has a lot more.
Heads up.
A lot
Like
to it.
Tom, like right here, for instance, Tom bets ace king on the flop. So there needs to be a hand that is garbage that he bets on the flop too, in order for him to be balanced. Right, Jack 10. Pocket 4.
It's oil and then it's also like pins. Like
Because if he's only betting with a king on king deuce deuce,
How did
That's
Brian
where,
run
like-
it up to 873?
He doubled and then
he doubled and he won that
Oh,
power
wow.
tens.
But to Brandon's point, right? Like Tom on the button, his range or perceived range on the button with that stack size is probably infinite.
The oil patterns.
yeah, I mean a lot of it's
Well,
like
it can't be
different
infinite,
houses.
Chris. There's only so many cards. But I get what you
also
mean.
like the pins, some pins like literally fly.
Game theory was actually my favorite class in college.
You took a game theory class?
And then height
Yeah, 400 level game theory class.
What's a level 400? Like,
20. Raised to
I went to school in like the SEC. We
You
don't
know,
have stuff like
yeah,
that.
he did like a 101.
Yeah, but we didn't call them level 400. It's not like
400
I'm not
level
playing a
classes.
video game. Like I'm in level 9 of Final
100
Fantasy.
level classes are like basic.
Well, yeah, no, I get the
classes.
idea of what the principle is. I didn't call them that. It was just like I don't know.
I mean, like a 100 level game theory class, like they don't make sense.
Do you talk about poker in game theory?
A little bit, not really.
What else? I mean, like what other games did they use though? Chess or
No, it was more just like
solitary?
you create. It's more like on like the advertising or
Yahtzee,
no games. It was an actual game.
street dice.
There's no games in game.
My favorite professor in college was like he owned the pool hall in town. He was a doctor of finance. I think he had a doctor from like Harvard. The guy was legit. But he was like just a hustler at heart. Like he would bet anybody in class. He bet me once he could throw a playing card from the stage to hit the back of the back of the auditorium and did it. And I was like, I'm a college kid. I don't have any money. He's like, all right. He's like, well, every time we go on break, it was a summer class, so they were like 3-hour classes. He's like, every time we take a smoke break, he's like, you got to supply cigarettes. And I was like, oh, I got to go up on this. So my $20 loser turned into like a $180 loser because I had to buy cigarettes for the professor for like the whole semester. It was great. Guy
Alright,
taught
hold
me
on.
a ton.
Nash raised the river,
Yes.
and Mike called.
Yeah.
With
So it's a
what?
good bet by Nash.
How far is Toyota Park?
He called the queen. That's there.
Yeah,
Flush
he had
got
turned-
there.
he had
Straight got there. Clubs got there.
He had turned 2 pair. And then
Wow. He got counterfeited. That's probably why I called.
I hate getting counterfeited.
I know a lot of
John over in the corner sulking because he can't find a hand.
He
to
has
play.
not played a hand.
Not
Has he even seen a flop?
No.
I don't think he has. That's very unlike. I mean, I've never played with him, so I don't really know if that's unlike him. But just man, he's thinking, man, I picked the wrong seat today.
From what I've seen so far, the 1-3 versus 2-5, there's just more decisions.
What do you mean decisions?
I feel like there's a deeper game.
Like people are putting more people to the test to decide.
Michael Jack sevens, 3-bet time. Oh, he just calls 3. Nice.
Anyways, back to game theory. Take
So, like, what do you learn about in game theory?
Like game theory?
Heads up.
I don't know. It's tough to explain. You need like
You don't need a game.
you've heard of like the prisoner's dilemma.
No,
Calls 10.
I got nothing. What's a prisoner's dilemma? That they're in prison?
No, like
Seems like a
two
bad dilemma.
people get arrested,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
And then they have them in separate rooms,
Yep.
and then they give them like the choice
I mean, outshot you can
to
miss
like
by like 5 more.
rat out your buddy or not rat out your buddy,
You can't miss. It's
and
And the answer to that question is
never rat out. Your
never rat on your friends and keep your mouth shut.
Right. That's the answer. To that. What quote is that from?
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
So let's say
only
like
gone once this year.
it's basically like if you stay silent and don't rat them out. If you guys both stay silent, you'll get only 6 months in prison. But if you stay silent and the guy rats on you, the guy gets to go free, but you get 3 years. And vice versa for the guy if he rats on you, or if he stays silent and you
So
rat
the
on
game
him.
theory idea is that it's the debate of what to do or
So what to do? Right?
probabilities.
It's like rational decision making.
Right. Okay.
So,
So,
like-
it's game theory is really more about
So if you guys both rat, right, you'll both get a year. So you can either
that's awful.
So it's optimal for you to stay quiet, right? Because if you stay quiet and the other guy stays quiet,
Well, actually, back to this is a kind of a wild hand. You got Queens versus Michael, who we didn't figure out what he has.
sweet.
This is kinda awesome.
Play along at home. We'll
Kinda
pause
awesome
the,
spot.
Pause the prisoner.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
But there's like,
Here we go.
All right, so we see a flop. Nash raised. Michael calls. Ace 3-5.
Nash is immediately tilted by this flop. But he
Yep,
says,
he's got to bet it.
"It's Mike. I'm gonna bet."
tons of different.
The depth of water, the temperature.
Mike
35.
snap reaches for chips.
Yeah.
So now this is where Mike's image comes to advantage. Does he have an ace? Does he not? We don't even know. We've seen every hand.
Right.
Like he could.
Could.
And this is where position matters,
I mean,
right?
he could easily have 3-4 too.
Like Nash, good. I like to bet on the turn. He's not gonna just give up. But now he snaps the turn. You gotta think he might have an ace.
Could have had spades though. Do you still fire another bullet here, or do you just give up? Check call. Nope. Ripping another one out there.
125.
I'm gonna guess that's 125.
Yeah, looks like 125.
I mean, Theo would have said 125. Wow. Michael, if you're watching this, can you please let us know what you had in that hand? Because the entire world,
Right, I mean,
I'm dying to know what
I
he
think
had.
it was a 7 of hearts.
A
The 7
good
of hearts
dealer
was-
and a good,
Bump out, fellas.
you know.
No, there was one card that we had to swap out.
Yeah.
That wasn't reading.
From it being pinched too hard and the chip broke.
$20 bump out.
So if you only have one card on there, it won't read it.
Can we do double?
Yeah, they wanted to do. They did a bomb pot here, I think. Every hour.
20 or 15?
Nice.
20 it looks like.
You're about the hour mark, right, of a 6-hour game. So this,
So we're looking to introduce a new promo into the 2-5 game.
Okay.
Randomly, we're gonna do a $50 splash pop.
Okay. I like it. Randomly, just like completely randomly.
A certain amount of hands into the game.
yeah.
Every so often. So this is our first bomb pot, and then we're doing bomb pots. Every year.
I mean, there's no good bomb popping.
Nobody has anything. Ooh,
I mean,
just
John-
kidding.
Just
Beverly has aces.
Man,
Oh,
that is
no.
so. Oh, but what a great
King
flop
aces.
for it.
1 king, 2 king, all the
Tom,
kings.
Tom, can you
Michael
register
flops
your
2
cards,
pair.
please?
Michael 2 pair.
Obviously,
Oh,
it's Michael with 2 pair, and Brian's gotta. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm so nervous.
Ryan leads out.
Poor Ryan just gets stuck again, just like
you just
playing
think
good
about bomb pots.
cards.
You gotta. I always get stacked bomb pots.
Because it's so hard to know
It's
what
so hard to
you
know,
can't put the
yeah.
guy in another hand.
Well,
I mean, bomb pots are made to just create action, and they do.
All right, so like this actually.
And Brian looks down. Look at the look on his face.
Brian can fold, and he does. Good fold.
He
Brian.
can't even.
Mike drop. I can't believe he folds.
How do you call? What do you
Well,
call
Michael
it?
made it 3.
I don't know. I'm a sucker. You can't lose with aces. Plus,
Michael
it's such
made
a
it
better
3.
story when you lose with aces.
If Mike flats there, Beverly probably gets
Oh,
down.
I got you. He raised to 300. I missed that part. Yeah. You're right. You can fold that.
I mean,
don't
it
know
went
if I would fold it.
8,300. It's tough to.
It's got to be a set. Got to be 2 pair.
Yeah.
Your aces are literally
Or like
squadoosh.
Ace 8 of hearts.
Right. Which you're beating, but that's your best bet.
Right,
You
like-
still got to dodge, run out, see what happens.
Can you call this?
This is
Ryan?
a shitty spot for Ryan.
I agree with
About
you. That
shitty
it's a
every
small amount,
PB.
so like,
Right. Because if you didn't screw up once by saying it, you said it twice.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's all right.
But,
He
Ooh, he does.
calls. Oh no, he
All
goes
in.
all in.
Well, yeah, you can't.
100 more.
Perfect example of what you said, right? Either why wait?
So
Are they gonna run it twice? I'd like to see one pot ran twice.
All right, that's 400.
I don't know if they know that they can run it.
Yeah,
twice.
I don't think we
434
really-
total.
Brian's just dying to tell everybody he had ace.
Nine aces, nine aces, nine aces.
You know what?
100
If this was a regular pot,
134.
I guarantee Brian gets stacked here because Michael's never folding the king.
Right, if this wasn't a bomb pot.
Yeah.
Yep. So you kind of worked out.
Wow, so Brian, you run good, actually.
That's a call.
If
Look at
folding
him. He's like,
Look at him.
nine aces, nine aces. 7,
7.
10, no dice.
deuce.
Man, bomb pots are the worst. Do you like the king jack call there? Do you think? I mean, obviously
It
he
is
just
Michael.
assumed Mike was putting a move on him, which clearly he's done. Or I mean, he's just kind of dominated this table so far.
I agree. We shouldn't do it.
I don't know.
I'd be happy if there
I
was
felt like
diamond out there. at
You
least.
bet $80, you find out where you are. Even if the kid's making a move, like, well, whatever. Like, you still,
It's tough. It's just one of those spots. Like,
Yeah. I need a 500.
And Brian's
if there's
been so
anybody that you're gonna call, it's Michael. So.
True. So, in all fairness, we were talking about how he wins 20 small ones and loses a big one, but in this case, it's the exact opposite. He wins a big one because,
Correct.
nobody's going to put him on that top and bottom, especially on a bomb pot. I don't know, it's just kind of interesting. Just kind of interesting. Brandon, do you always wear Indiana stuff when you play PLO, or do you have like a PLO outfit?
Yeah. I
Chris
actually,
obviously brings his big cup all the time, which is in my car, by the way.
Yeah,
So
you
remind
love
me to
your
get
big
that.
I actually wore this hoodie to the casino yesterday.
Your
Everybody
Indiana University.
They made fun of me.
Who did?
Everybody.
For wearing the shirt, or just in general?
Because they didn't make the tournament.
They didn't make the tournament.
No, but
Even
they-
Mississippi State made the tournament.
Yeah. So
Kind of in a good spot. I think they're like a 5 seed in the bracket,
Yeah.
or one of their bracket. And they're what is it?
their division. Or,
Division.
yeah,
Is that what it is?
their-
I wanted to say division, but I didn't know what it was.
It's the east to west.
Ooh,
the
look at
north to
this.
south.
Michael
They're-
flops
They're part of the bracket.
open ender, straight flush draw with middle pair,
But
and Brian, who just folded his aces, has got the ace of hearts.
and top pair. Top pair.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
75.
Fiddly dee.
So Mike
50 to
or
call.
Brian's gonna just raise it up here because trying to get some more money in the pot. Another
Trip
10.
10.
Great
Doesn't really
turn.
make any difference, though, right?
I mean, yeah, it does.
But you only have to lose.
Like
He could have
what?
a boat.
Why does what?
I mean, the 10. Brian's not really looking for a 10, right?
No,
I mean,
but
it's
still
like
makes his
a.
hand a lot stronger.
it's like a win more hand?
He still beats more stuff though.
Guess now he beats
He beats
8-9.
9-8.
Yeah. Do you say 8-9 or 9-8?
9-8.
Why? I would say 8-9. Man.
It should be the top card of the bottom.
I understand that.
You don't say Jack King.
Maybe I do.
Now he's going to.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, the old JK!
This hand
Bet
is
135, call 135. Let's see a river.
Maybe Alex can do that.
7 of spades. That's
7 of spades, which
God,
gives
he
Michael this
loses.
straight. He fades everything.
Look at
and
Brian's
bets out, and
face.
Brian goes.
No, he checked.
No, he checked.
Oh, check.
He made the hand and checked.
Oh, he was hoping for Brian to fire another bullet there. I like it. Didn't pay off, but I like it. I don't think Brian. I don't know.
No, Brian can just happily check that.
Yeah,
one.
because he's everything got there. Like, what's he really beating?
losing
They're either
every jack.
chopping at that point or right. You got to bet it out, right? Poor Brian plays a bomb pot, gets aces, has to fold. Next hand flops top pair, nut flush draw, turns trips, loses the hand.
But he has owned Michael.
Yeah, it's true. That's the first W in the Brian Michael column for Michael.
Right.
He's just dominated the rest of the table the whole time. All right, like we got about.
The other thing about this table is like none of them have seen like his hands that haven't gone to showdown.
No, that's what I mean. Like
So
you really can't put him on anything. Nash with the old 4-8 of diamonds.
4-8.
4-8.
The 3-7.
Yep.
10 ace.
I call that the Jack Bauer.
Raise.
We have an ESPN.
Oh, that was
update
24
here.
hours. Damn it.
That's just 24.
I was being so clever, and I was like, oh, nope, totally whiffed that one. Oh, man.
Prosecutors could
Brian's-
drop charges of soliciting prostitution against Patriots owner if he admits
Oh, nice.
he would have been found guilty at trial.
Wait, what happened? If he admits he would have been guilty?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Crazy town.
I know.
Brian finally wins a hand, and it's a $32 pot.
But he's still at 600.
Yeah, he's winning.
So let's review the hands that Pat's played. He's played A7 suited.
Kings that he
Which he
folded.
folded.
A7
That's
folded.
Yep.
What was the hand he called with the 5, where it was the middle pair and King 5? I think he must have been a blind,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably forced in there.
right?
He wouldn't play King 5.
No.
So what does he do in the meantime while he folds? All these things.
I don't know. He hasn't been on his phone.
Like, what do you do? Just
I don't
sit
know.
there?
John's been on his phone the whole time.
Right.
I mean, I'm on my phone the entire time I play.
I get lost in my phone, and then I find when I have really bad losing sessions,
That's
I'm
'cause you're on your
like
phone.
deep into Twitter,
Or
super
or
deep.
YouTube. How deep in YouTube do you
Like where I'm watching police cam videos in
Where
like
you-
India. Like I don't even know what they're talking about.
You started watching like
Right. Or I get into like the UFO ones. You ever get into those? Those
No.
guys are bananas.
I actually
It's
watched
great.
like a 30-minute.
Yeah, they're always trailer parks. Why would aliens go to trailer parks? Like only trailer parks. Like guys, go to like the Empire State Building occasionally. Like they never pick up anybody in like Lower Manhattan. It's always like a carnival worker in West Virginia. Ace Jack here. Nash.
I watched an hour-long YouTube video on Flat Earth.
Oh God, Brandon, I'm not talking about Flat Earth.
And they get there. Little chop action. Strike gets there. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I mean, hey, they make some good points.
Flat Earth.
I'm kidding. I mean, they make like unarguable points.
Oh,
like, shit
Lord.
that you can't argue.
Surprising.
How's this pot $287 on a chop pot?
50 call.
It's 150 on the river and the pot.
Okay, so it was skewed.
Michael didn't need to
Pull
call
this in, pull those back, fellas.
Did he call it?
Yeah, he did. He can't beat it.
No, but especially with two players. Although I hate when I get caught in the middle like that, and I'm like, I can't beat two players, and then I fold, and it turns out I did beat both players. Yeah,
It's great.
it's the absolute worst. Nash is running up a little bit. John's still hanging out. Ryan's just getting
Where's
just
Tom? I
in the
miss
bad
Tom.
spot. Tom must be gone.
Are we dealing people out not here? We're dealing everyone in.
Don't know where Tom is.
Are we playing time break in this game? Or?
No, regular.
Real mid-cycle back. Straddle $10.
Regular stuff.
Hold and
Bad B hit yesterday. Today is March 19th. Hit on St. Patrick's Day. Ooh, lucky the Irish. Lucky Irish. Hey, Tom's your boy Tom's back.
I know, I saw. Glad you got dealt with. I thought you were winning this hand.
Yeah, probably.
straddling for 10.
Brian, King 8, no dice.
Straddle on.
Doesn't know it's on him. There it is.
Not again.
Poor John, no hands. Ace 7 suited, doesn't even think about it. Snap folds? Ooh, ace queen.
Raise to 35.
Wow.
At the same time,
I played that garbage. Nice.
All right, Michael, continuing or calling?
Oh, he's on the straddle.
Defending. I'm calling with queen 10.
7. Okay.
On the straddler.
Yeah.
It's only 15 more, right?
All right, few flops of gutter here. Nash is gonna come out with a little C bet. And Mike's probably gonna call. Ooh, 55, kind of a lot. Yeah, he's calling.
I mean, relatively speaking, it's not.
I don't think Michael came here to fold.
Clearly not, because we're about 50 hands in, and he's won 40 of them.
He didn't drive to
King's Hall.
Kings Hall and Lombard from Indiana to fold.
Weird board with the double suited, right? Two flush draws out there.
Nash makes top or
Yeah.
top queen.
Yeah.
Aces up.
I think you said ta ta. No, I said chop
Also
chop.
not on the way here.
Were you really?
Sorry,
Such a good line. I think it's a top.
All right, Mike with the pair in the gut are going to continue.
Get there.
It gets
But it's a heart, but it's the original flush draw, which is a little scary, right?
that front door.
No fear. Nash is just firing.
Look at the man. Literally, just looks like no fear. Like he's
0.
just.
All right, so now
I'm
this is
gonna
just
win.
like a slammed on call, right? No point in raising.
Yeah, I mean you got to call.
And Nash
Gross.
can't believe it.
Michael's like, of course.
Of course.
What else would I have?
Right, gutter ball.
Look at Brian.
Brian's like, man, this game's really great. Hey, did I tell you that Tom had aces in the bomb pot and I folded? So good. Good for the game.
I think he enjoys every dollar that goes in Michael's stack, other than his.
Because he knows he's going to 3-bet him every single time. God. I would love to see Brian just make a move and like just
Michael call it off.
randomly just 3-bets him on like a, just to do it. All right, here's an 8-9 suited from John. No go?
Oh,
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah, he opened. 10, right?
No,
We
it's
call
a
it the
straddle.
Oh, straddle. I love calling a straddle with those middle suited connectors.
Just a straddle, not a raise.
Okay, I love calling anything with.
Yeah, I
middle.
doubled up yesterday with the 6-5 of hearts.
Nice. Ooh, the 85 Bears or the 58 Yankees is the other one I think.
50.
Yeah.
I thought.
I don't know why I said Yankees. I just threw out a random team.
Good squad.
Yeah, I know.
It's like Murderer's Row, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I didn't know quite where I was, but no, it was earlier than that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Michael
I think
flops
so.
bottom pair with
I don't know.
backdoor flush draw.
We'll Google it here in a minute.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, Google Murderer's Row. What year? See, and you guys thought you were just going to hear about poker commentary.
See, wait,
So much
do you know what
better.
Murderer's Row is? Is that the one with Babe Ruth in it?
Yeah, right? Lou Gehrig.
So that was early.
Yeah, it's got to be.
But like Mickey Mantle, he played in the 50s, right?
Look it up. You want us to pause the? Everybody, pause your videos. We're gonna go to Google.
Late 20s. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Late 20s, early 30s, right around the Black Sox era. That was a 26 World Series.
Babe Ruth, Lou
29?
Gehrig,
30?
Tony
31?
Lazzari.
When did the White Sox throw the World Series?
I thought that was with. I thought it was
14? No, it was during.
1912.
No.
That was the war in 1912. That was 1812.
Yeah, we're way off.
Hold on, no. White Sox
Super far
was
off.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yes. No, the other time the Sox threw the World Series.
I thought that was like 20.
I guess 26.
That's probably earlier than that. Cubs won the World Series in 1918. They threw it like right after.
1919.
Yep, right after that.
Who were they
Let's
playing?
go.
What team were they playing?
Ah.
Can't look at my
Sorry
phone.
to cheat.
Another Midwest team?
Cardinals.
Close, but I mean, it's not really close. It's only close because they're the same color. Cincinnati Reds.
So Michael's back
Who was
up.
the gangster that orchestrated the whole thing? He was a New Yorker. There's no way anybody from Chicago would get their own team to throw a World Series. But
No, I don't know.
Arnold Rothstein. You ever watch that show on HBO, Empire, Boardwalk Empire? Yeah, he was on it. It was pretty good.
15?
Anyways, when did Mickey Mantle play?
I don't know.
He was around in 58 for sure.
Mickey Mantle?
Pat putting this whole head in the camera.
Jack 8, Jack 10, a little Jack deuce. Brian's the only one smart enough to fold. I love this spot right here. Let's get a good middle flop.
58 Yankees.
And not a great. None of them hit anything.
Yeah, but Tom's
Did
got
I-
position. Michael.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, Michael's folded to him every time. Yeah, there you go. Folds again. What are you looking up, Brandon?
Oh yeah, 58 Yankees. Yogi Berra, Whitey Ford, Mickey Mantle.
Nice.
Mickey Mantle was 26. That's right.
Oh, he was 26 years old. I didn't know.
In the 58. In the 50, you said 58. Yeah.
Nice. Looks like we're trailing down to the first part of this. It might be a 3-part series, right?
Yeah, that's got about 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. By the way, I just remembered, anybody interested in my Prisoner's Dilemma?
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Raise 20. Oh,
I'm getting to the point. But the game just
The prisoner story?
Oh,
yeah.
We're back. We'll talk
Next
about
time.
that. It seems too.
What?
We have to redo it all. people all forgot. We got those viewers all tuned out. They don't listen to us.
Oh, right.
For an hour.
Nobody listens. Does anybody listen for a whole half hour?
Right. Is
I hope
anybody
so.
still here from the beginning?
Have we lost that many listeners?
Right. All right, look at this. Mike's got enough flush draw. Nash has nothing.
checked
Tom has a gutter ball. Check, check. Mike trying to take down the pot and takes it down. See, all you conservative guys who
Power of
just
betting.
check your flush draws. Just
Bet it out.
Give yourself 2 chances to win. You can either hit the flush and win, or just win.
I like when I just win. In fact, I want T-shirts that just say "Just win." Just win. Not just do it. Just win.
I just called that.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little break. So we're gonna break this cash game commentary up into 3 sessions.
And I got him. And
Basically, you know, try to do it that way. As much
Joe's
as
in the
possible.
house. He's on the list. He'll be in this game later, right?
Yeah.
but it's sick. You had 9 sets.
Raise 40.
Actually, if you do hour and a half, you got to do 4 sessions. Holy cow, my math's good.
Actually, I
Look at this. Look at this. We go all the time with no way we're getting 4 to a flop.
No, I understood. I just,
Now we got a little action.
Well, Michael
Perfect spot for Tom to
Jam it up a little bit.
Set line here.
you know, you got it. Like,
And Nash is like, what am I going to do? Fold?
Ooh, set mine. I never say that either. I like that.
Mining for gold.
Look at Brian calling a little light with the Jack 9.
I used to think mining for gold, but now it's like mining for Bitcoin.
Right.
Which nobody wants Bitcoin anymore.
It's 4,000.
Yeah, it's gone up.
Mike's got to continue his story. Beverly flops pretty well here.
Sometimes you just don't get caught.
Pretty well. And,
And then you resort
I feel a raise coming here.
I mean, what can Michael really hit? I mean,
Can
you
he
can have
rub here?
overpairs.
140.
Flush draw.
I don't think so. Did he bet out 25 in the flop? Was he the original better?
Mike,
3-bet.
Mike 3-bet pre-flop. 4 people called it, he bet 50 on the flop.
160 in the pot pre.
And as it turns out, he's going to get everybody to fold, or he's got the best hand.
He does have the best hand.
Brian's the only one who calls?
Brian raised.
Brian raise.
Oh,
And then he
wow.
So,
I like we talked about
Nothing.
Brian making a move.
Yeah.
Under the people's names, it says what they do.
All right.
Well, you have to read.
That is true. Yes, you have to read.
Hey, yeah, Brandon always says, "Did you read my text?" I go, "No, I never read any of your texts."
I sent
it
you
says-
over
but
that.
it says
I sent
red.
you over that 500 PayPal I owed you. How are you going to send it? Quick pay?
I did.
That's the response.
The exact response was, "How are you going to send
My
it?"
response is.
All
And I wasn't joking. I just put QP question mark.
right,
was
so Mike checked the turn.
Brian bets it out,
shoved,
and
and
that's pretty awesome.
Jack high takes it.
Brian just outplays him that hand.
Well,
Brian's
I
got to be
turn.
feeling pretty good about himself
yeah,
right
absolutely,
now. You know,
absolutely.
At least you get.
how do you hold it in when you make a move and it works? Like I cannot. I got to
And
show
him.
him. Like I gotcha.
Sent the 500 PayPal for an SS. Sweet. Quick pay?
I didn't read it. I tried.
But he has a read receipt, so we know they looked at it.
Yeah, right.
So the 2-5 game is a game that we're going to try to get off more often, right?
Right.
At least once a weekend, maybe twice a weekend. Sometimes it'll be streamed, sometimes it won't, just to kind of keep the regularity of the game going. So that'll be kind of fun, right?
Yeah. Some will be just a regular table, some will be.
Like, I don't think we need the RFID table for good to run. Like, it should be running.
No. It's just a nice treat,
It is
right?
a nice
That's the
treat,
whole
right.
point of this table is that it's fun. Same thing with the commentary. You know, it's just fun to do.
Tom,
I like doing it.
top pair, top kicker, no diamond. But Mike has no diamond, but he has top pair also.
So obviously they both get it in.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's interesting if we see another diamond here, if Michael's going to win this spot.
Is it position?
Tom checks the turn, check, and
Diamond. No, darn it.
All right, check. He's just in check call mode here.
Yeah, I don't.
If Michael bets, Tom's just going to snap call. But I think
Which has happened every time we've gone to the river.
I think
Michael's
Mike
taken
is
a stab.
going to realize. Yeah, I mean, Tom's pretty much owned Mike here too, right? I mean, he got $175
check.
early bet.
He checks.
Checks, and Tom happily
Queen.
rips over the top.
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 Guys, we're referring to Jamie Gold's 2004
8, 9?
or 3.
No, it's later than that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's 2005.
Moneymaker won in 06.
No, Moneymaker won in 03.
Moneymaker
Raymond
won
won
in
in
03.
04, and then he won in 05. 2005 World Series Poker. May have that right.
Really? That's what it was?
Watch the YouTube video.
Could you tell me who won in 2013?
2013.
Nope.
Is there a chance I could-
I have no idea.
Eastgate?
15.
No.
It's like 15?
No, he's before that. He's like 12 or 11.
When did the Australian guy win? Remember him?
Hashim 06 the year after.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh,
Here.
Pat wakes up with a hand. It only took an hour and a half.
Pat Ace King.
Nice. King ace.
He's got to be so excited that was funny.
Right? You like that one?
Raise 90.
2012 is the question?
13.
Who started saying 6'4" juiced up? Do you remember that? That was like a thing for a while. At CCG. You don't remember that?
And
Nobody?
Jacobson?
And
It's
nobody.
my
Jacobson?
Jacobson.
2013.
Did you Google it?
No, yeah.
I don't know.
So Pat Batten took it down. Nobody even called it. That's the problem I find with playing. That you gotta get
You gotta be balanced.
a little. I mean, I say mix it up, but it's the same thing. You got to be more balanced, right? Because his table image is just like so small. Like his
Joe
ranges
Cotta,
are so
could be
small.
Joe Cotta, could be Joe Cotta.
I forgot about Joe Cotta,
All right, here we go. Brandon's right on the money again. Ooh, I just
which is what?
Moneymaker 03, Raymer 04, Hashem 05, Jamie Gold 06. So was 06. Hashem 1. Jerry Yang, guy that was making an 11x in the final table.
Wow.
Peter Eastgate 08, Joe Cotta 9, Duhamel 2010, P.S. Hines 2011.
I don't remember any of these guys.
All right, here you go. Greg Merson, the guy that won the Orioles, who used to be a heroin addict.
Oh yeah.
That guy. Then Ryan Reese the Beast,
Yeah.
Michigan guy who used to deal charity poker in Michigan.
Nice.
Then Jacobson was 2014. Reese was 2013.
Who was 15?
Joe McKeon,
I remember that one.
you know Joe McKeon, this dude.
Yeah.
He still plays.
Then after that we had Kui Win. The
Oh
Asian
yeah,
guy
the dude
who
with
was
the
tiger.
Rocky hat. No, what was that?
the tiger hat.
No, that's the guy from Star-Lord. What's the name of the movie? Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the character from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, the
little squirrel
little
thing,
squirrel
little
thing?
raccoon. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
the raccoon,
yeah.
whatever his name is, yeah.
And who's the voice for that?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Yeah.
Is he really?
So random. Anyways, we're winding down here for part 1. So if you've managed to listen to us for this entire hour and a half, we
Sorry.
greatly appreciate
Hey,
it.
how many times is Mike gonna get dealt 7 deuce?
And play it.
And most.
I'm sorry. And by play it, I mean back
Actually play it.
$100.
the whole way.
There's his turn.
Tom,
Has the NF
ace deuce with
NFP.
clubs. I mean, I'm thinking he fades a club here. He can take it down. Nash is just stuck in the middle of these two.
Whole pair open-ended.
So, yeah, Kui Win, he's a big Baccarat guy.
Pink. For Tom.
Ooh,
I want to
makes
see
the
Michael get
flush.
through with a 7 deuce just one time.
All right, well,
It's hard to do here.
Yeah.
all right. So here's an actual question: is there any merit to Tom raising?
200.
And if yes, why?
So Michael bets out.
He's bet all 3 streets.
I mean, he's got to raise, right? Well, one you have to raise. Oh no, it's not the nuts. There's
No,
there's
it's
jacks. Yeah, I missed that
I think
part.
there's more combinations of full houses than there are just Queen 10, right? Like the only thing that would call you on a if you raised here, hoping that Michael
call
has
is if you lose.
Queen 10.
Right. He doesn't
What
call
about
it
a
a
worse
straight.
flush?
No.
No.
I mean, maybe.
Is he betting? He does raise.
He does raise 600. Just
Well, he
mid
raised.
raised, right?
Oh, 2 to 6.
And obviously Michael snap folds the bluff.
So against Michael, I'd probably raise. Against Pat, I would probably fold.
Yeah.
And against anybody else.
Oh,
I
it's
would-
Pat in the hand? I fold, nut flush.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to be our last hand for this 2-5 cash game session commentary with everyone. Actually, that was the end of it, so we missed it. That was the last hand. Pretty good last hand.
That was a great last hand,
It was
actually.
cool. Good firing bluff from Michael. So, thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
All right, see you next week.